Hi, so I'm just starting my weight and health update videos again, 2023. Last year I kind of did my weight and health updates, sometimes weekly, sometimes it was a bit no rhyme or reason to it. So this year I'm planning on doing it monthly. I'm still going to weigh in weekly, but I'm just going to record it monthly on my videos because I really need to do something about the weight to help my health. It's all interlinked, but also for my confidence because I'm feeling awful. I'm hating looking in the mirror. I'm so bloated. It's just so uncomfortable. I don't like being out. Don't like people seeing me. So I need to stop that, and I need to try and help myself. So with all the different conditions and diseases I've got going on, I really need to make this effort. So just as a reminder, I have dermatomyositis, which is a progressive skin and muscle wasting disease. I also have interstitial lung disease, type 2 diabetes. I have migraines and stuff as well. So, and then I'm also at risk of lots of complications because of all these conditions. So I really need to do what I can to help myself. Diabetes wise, I'm having complications with my feet right now. So the skin on my feet is so dry and cracked, and it's splitting, so it's bleeding, which is very important. I really have to watch out for that in case I get infections and stuff, because it's hard for your body to fight infection with diabetes, but also on top of that, immunosuppressed because of the dermatomyositis. So it's all just complicated and it's not straightforward, and I have been trying to lose weight. I've been making efforts already in January, and I'm still weighing in at the same. So I've just weighed in today, and I'm still in the 114 kilograms. So that's just shows how hard it is to lose the weight on the medication. And I'm limited with the exercise I do because of the lung disease. So literally I could lift a water bottle and walk with it, and it'll affect my lungs. It'll make my breathing worse because of carrying something more than my body weight. It's so frustrating. But I'm trying, really want to fix that. So I'm going to try and start walking a little bit. I used to walk all the time, and that was my way for my mental health. It was the way for health, physical health. I just loved it. But that's when I lived in a different town, and I'm not too keen about walking around this town. That I lived in a little seaside town, I guess you could say. And I just used to walk along the harbour. It was just nice. It was nice and chill. Here, not so much. So I might drive somewhere and then walk. But I don't want to be driving too far either, because petrol and, cost of living. So everything's just having an impact. And the cost of living's having an impact on my diet as well, because, I was sitting last night, so my arm's really sore holding this phone. I was sitting last night thinking, right, I could just eat this in the morning, and thinking all these healthy things that I could eat. And then I thought, well, actually, can't really afford to go out and do a big shop right now. And there's food in the house that needs eating. It's not, I've not got treats or anything in the house, but there is, stuff in the freezer and in the cupboards. And I really don't like processed foods. I really don't. I would happily have something homemade, nice fresh fruit and vegetables. But I think, I'm just going to have to be realistic and eat what's in at the minute. My hand's sore. So yeah, cost of living is definitely having an impact. So my plan is to drink lots and lots of water. I always hate doing this because I hate having to go to the toilet constantly, especially when you're out the house. Just having to pee constantly is just such a pain. But I think flushing and just having lots of water is going to help. So it's supposed to help with bloating, it's supposed to help with headaches, and it can help with some weight loss. So I have ordered a big giant bottle, and it is coming today. I think it's something like 3.78 litres, something like that. So the plan is to try and drink that every day. That's the goal. I'm going to try it. I'm really going to try it. I'm going to give it a good go. And hopefully I will see less bloat. But I might do a video in a week about that just to see how that is, if it's made any difference, if it's been doable. But that's the plan. And hopefully that will help my kidney health. And if it helps with the bloating will also then, that will have an impact on my lungs, because when I am so bloated, and I mean I am bloated, like I get bloated like I'm 9 months pregnant with like triplets. It's really uncomfortable, and it then affects my breathing as well. So that's the goal. Health-wise, my lungs have been terrible. They've not been great at all. I find that if I have quite a few days rest, then I'll have a couple of days when I'm feeling not too bad. But then the minute I start going out and about more, they just don't feel great at all. But I did have lung function tests recently, so I'm just waiting to see what happens with that. What other health stuff? Yeah, so that's about it. I have been noticing my skin's been getting bad again, my scalp's been getting bad, so there is something going on with the dermatomyositis, but rest helps, and I'm hoping just lots of water is going to help with this. I am being really good with not having cakes and treats, so for the first couple of weeks I didn't have one latte, I didn't have any chocolate, but then I was due my period, so I started having some lattes and chocolate. But I was away there for a weekend, and my mum gave me and my sister, like, we shared this box of like chocolate, but I didn't take it. I ended up giving it all to my sister. When we went out for dinner, I didn't have any pudding, but I did have lattes over the weekend. So, and I'm probably going to have a latte this morning. Me and my mum's going to the cafe, our usual wee Asda cafe. So there's a good chance that I'm going to have a latte, but I am not going to have the Rocky Road that we love there. I'm going to try and be really, just screw the nut with that, because the diabetes, that's going to affect the kidneys. That gives me so much complications. So I am just going to have to be sensible and just not eat the chocolate. If when I'm due on again, I get a really, really bad craving, then I might have a couple of bits, but because I think it's best just to not fight the craving when it's that strong. But otherwise, I'm going to try and be really good with things like that and not buy bread again, because last week I bought bread where I hadn't been buying bread in the house. If I was wanting bread, I would have it when I was out, like I would have a sandwich at the cafe. But I did eat that whole loaf in that week, so no more bread in the house for me. But yes, so I will do a monthly video on my weight and health progress, unless something happens in between. But I might do a video next week just to see how the water challenge has went. Hope you get to spend your spoons on something fun.